Hi everyone, this is Meredith from the Papery Craftery. I am going to show today how to create some of my dual colored open hearts. They're really simple. There's actually only 2 different rolls to these, and they're just become a super sweet, super simple, creative way to jazz up some of your Valentine's Day wrapping or gifts tags, things like that. So you need to choose 2 different colors that you're going to use, one for the inside of the hearts and then one for the main body of the hearts. I'm going to use a pale pink and then a deep rose, something that contrasts just so you can see the difference in the colors. For the inside, I'm just going to make 2 small pegs. I like to use 1-inch strips of quilling paper. I tend to use the 1/8 inch, but you can make these any size you'd like, make them bigger. It's a little trickier to make them smaller, but you can always go bigger if you'd like to. So to start with my inside pegs, I'm just going to create very simple, basic closed coil. From that, let's roll all the way down without letting go. A tiny dab of glue, and just roll all the way up, and there you have one of your 2 closed pegs that you would use for the insides of your hearts. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach 2 of these pegs to the strip of quilling paper that I'm going to use for the main body of my heart. And for this one I'm using 6 inches. You can make them, again, bigger. You could even make them smaller. 4 inches makes a nice, small, tidy heart. Again, a little bit smaller than that. Be a little bit trickier, but by all means experiment with whatever size you'd like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach each of these pegs to each end of the 6-inch strip, and I think it's easier to do that by I just put them right back on my needle tool with a tiny dot of glue. And again, it's always a good idea to rip the ends of your quilling paper that you're planning on gluing. That gives little fibers something to attach onto. And you don't have to roll this part yet, just get it to stick there just for a second. And then you're going to, you can take it off and then move to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my little pale pink closed coil peg on the end of my needle tool and attach the other end of my 6-inch strip just for a second there, just to get it to stay. So now you can see I have, oops, it's falling off already. Okay, I didn't give it enough time. I have 1 on each end. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create what's essentially a V scroll, and that I'm going to do by folding this 6-inch strip more or less in half. That's going to give me the point of my heart, and I'm going to roll both of these pale pink little pieces in towards each other one at a time. So I'll put my needle tool back in and just gently roll all the way down and leave more or less a 1/2 inch or so space that I'm not going to curl the end. And I'll let that release, and while that's releasing I'll do the other side. Put my needle tool back in, the other one I haven't curled yet, and do the same thing, roll towards the inside. Going to leave around the same amount of space towards the bottom, a 1/2 inch or so, so they're even. And when that releases, kind of fluff it up a little bit. There you have your heart. To get this to stay, you just put a little bit of glue right in the center. Let's say you wanted to do them a little bit more asymmetrical. You can have one higher than the other, but for our purpose right now, we're going to try to keep them as even as we can. So there we have our dual colored hearts. And if you wanted to, you could stretch these coils out a bit by sticking your needle tool in there and before you glue them, and just kind of stretch them out a little bit. Make maybe a bigger heart with a little bit more space in the center. You could stretch them out as far as you'd like to go. And it just gets a little trickier just to kind of get them to go back even where you'd like. But whenever you get it the way you like, you'd put a little bit more, a little glue, again, right between the 2 pieces, the top of the heart, And once you kind of manipulate it a bit, you can sort of get them to be even and stay like this. So now again, you could use these for your Valentine's Day cards. You could use these, I used to make them a lot for gift tags, and you could just place a few on there. Maybe if you're into three-dimensional quilling, you could stack them up a bit, maybe make some slices and kind of get them to interlock if that's something you're into when you do your quilling. Again, it's just really simple, just a little bit of different effect having the double colors in there, just a little way to jazz up your Valentine's Day hearts. I hope everybody learned a little something from this video, enjoyed it. Again, you can visit my website at thepaperycraftery.com. There you'll see a few more tutorials that aren't videos. You'll see links to the rest of my YouTube videos. You can check out my YouTube channel, The Papery Craftery, on YouTube. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks so much. Have a great day.